This is Darian DeFord, and I'll be bringing you the Nightmares Inn, which is a 2-player map. It is set on expert difficulty, and I am using a full nature deck. This is a continuation of a Nightmare Shard, which is also a 2-player map. The key to this map is really defense. If you don't have a defense, don't even try this map. You have to have your defenses set up and very quickly before you can start an offensive attack and clear the map. Especially early in the game, as you're going to see here momentarily, you have to have your defense set up pretty quickly, so you need at least a couple towers. I'm going to start this at 2 times speed. I'm going to summon in a Shaman. I start at position 1. I'm going to raise this wall and bring in 2 Primal Defenders. Now you're going to see there's going to be an attack wave that comes from this south base right here very quickly. There they are right there. Along with my Shaman and 2 Primal Defenders, I'm also going to raise the north wall, and then I'm going to summon in a total of 5 Mono Wings. Now while I'm doing that, your objective is to take out this defenses around your second orb as quickly as you possibly can. To do that, you're going to have to kill this Twilight Horror, and I'll show you a rather easy way of doing that using Mono Wings. As you can see, I've summoned in my Mono Wings. The first attack wave is already here. There's a total of 5 little attack waves, which is Claws, Minions, and Shaman, which your Primal Defenders will be able to handle, but then the attack waves get much, much stronger. Now here's an attack wave from the north. As you can see, I'm just bringing in my Mono Wings. Once I have my 5 Mono Wings, I'm going to start working on my T1. So you just have them help out, clear out, really try to keep this wall up as much as possible, as you're not going to have any defenses here. Now, as you can see, I've now started with my 5 Mono Wings. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to knock out these Twilight Archers as quickly as I can. Be very careful to stay out of range of this tower. And then I'm going to take out the tower, and then once the tower is clear, I'm going to take out the pikemen, but you don't want to kill the pikemen, you want to just injure them enough to pull these Shaman. Once you pull the Shaman, they want to come over here, start healing, and then once you do that, you can start taking out the Shaman. Now the Twilight Horror is going to get pulled, but don't worry about him because he can't hurt you. The only thing that can damage flying units besides tower are extra large units. So all he's going to do is just paralyze, and as you can see, as long as you have somebody damaged, the Shaman's pose no threat to you. Once I clear out this Horror, I'm going to come up here, I'm going to move north, and then I'm going to clear this base right here and claim my second orb. All the while, my defenses are still holding. Like I said, there's 5 little attack waves, and then you want to get a big attack wave. So that's why it's very important to get this as quickly as possible. And then once this is cleared, I'm going to move my Mono Wings back up to my first orb. I'm going to leave 1 Shaman here and put 1 Shaman back. I summon in a total of 2 Shamans and 5 Mono Wings for this part. And as you can see, 1 more little attack wave, got another little attack wave here, and another attack wave coming here. Like I said, there's a total of 5 attack waves from north and south, or for each north and south. And as you can see, 2 Primal Defenders are not a problem. Now the problem with the north end is I don't have any defenses here, so you're going to have to make sure the Mono Wings come over here and protect this as much as you possibly can. And all I'm doing now is just building up power. I'm going to build this well up as soon as I can, and then as soon as I do that, I'm going to move my Shaman back here so he can help with healing for some of the later waves that are coming. Now, as long as you keep your walls up, you're pretty well much going to win this no matter what. Here comes, I believe this is the last little wave. And as you can see, I still have my 5 Mono Wings. I now have 2 Power Wells up plus my second orb, and here comes a big wave. This is the big wave I was talking to you about. It's got Devastators, it's got Twilight Crawlers, as well as Archers, and it's going to be coming from both sides. So you want your Mono Wings over here to stop this wave as quickly as possible. Your first target should be the Devastator as well as the Crawlers. Once you have those knocked out, it's pretty much an easy one. While this is going on, you also have the wave coming down here. Concentrate your fire on this wave up here. Because get the big players out, these little players just start taking on the wall. Once the big players are taken out, you'll bring your Mono Wings down here, and once you have enough power, you're going to see me start summoning in Spike Root. And there's my Spike Root. Anybody who's seen my videos know I love my root work. And you'll see that once Spike Root supporting the 2 Shamans and the Mono Wings, we'll have no problem at all with this particular attack wave. Now we're going to sit here and play this game for a while until you can build up enough attack force to A, defend the southern base, as well as build up an attack force to take out this northern base. Now the thing about this map is you have to take out these shrines, all 4 shrines which are marked. And once you take those out, it opens up these little nests right here for these monuments for you to be able to claim. Now the problem with that is once you knock out a shrine, it starts spawning in multiple mobs at different locations, and we'll cover those as we go. So you've got to have your defenses up, otherwise it's just flat out going to overwhelm you. And as we sit here, all I'm going to do now is I brought in a Root Networks green affinity as well as frost affinity to help my spike roots. I'm going to build a total of 5 spike roots in the south right here. You can use 4, but every now and then they'll bring in 2 Twilight Hordes, which will paralyze 2 of your spike roots, and then you might be in a little bit of trouble. So I'll bring in 5 just to be careful. And then I will bring in a total of 6 spike roots in the north end, and that north end group will take out this base right here along with my mono wings. Now try to keep your mono wings alive as long as you possibly can, because it makes the north base much easier, because you have to clear out this Twilight Bombard, which will absolutely devastate your ground units if you're not careful. And unfortunately at Tier 2, Era 2, we don't really have strong ground forces to be able to withstand a bombard. I've also brought in the breeding grounds to help with my summoning, because power at the beginning is an issue, but later on in the map, as you'll see, power is really not that much of a problem. I'm also going to set up a root network here consisting of 6 living towers right here, which I'm also going to use for my main defense of the shard later on in the map. Now you see I have another attack unit coming, the 3 in the north, and the 5 or 4 right here, 5 right now. There's no problem whatsoever. Now I left my mono wings out here to hang, but I saw right they're being healed by the shamans. Now, as you can see, I have a total of 9 summoned, make that 10 now. And as soon as I get 6 right here, I'm going to move out to the north. And all I'm doing now is just grabbing power. I've killed off my shamans because they've done their job, and I am now heading north. As I head north, a couple key features here. You'll run into a couple patrols. Now these walls or these barriers, gates, whatever you call them, will be locked until this shrine is taken out. Once this shrine is taken out, those will drop and get in there and take them out. The problem with that is this shrine right here is attached to this cave. Once you kill that shrine, mobs will start popping out here. Abominations, tree fiends, you name it, it's going to come. Now you're going to be careful. I caught a patrol here. If you do this right, you want to catch the same patrol. So just root it, drop in again a green and a blue Nexus, and this will be able to hold it along with my mono wings, which I'll bring in here in a second to clear out this little mess right here. As you say, 6 spite roots with Surge of Light is no problem whatsoever. Now the key to this is clearing this out as quickly as possible so you can stage your mono wings right here to take out the Twilight Bombard. I'm bringing them in to take out the 4. I did want to relocate my tree spot or spike roots right here in front of this tower to take out the tower, and then to maintain these units as long as I possibly can until that bombard is taken out. Now as you can see, I'm just going to move them due north. As soon as I set up my spike roots, take out this tower. Mono wings are now making their attack run, and they're going to take out this bombard, then this tower, and then this infestation, and then it will bring them back south around away from the archers and help support my spike roots as I take out this infestation and this infestation. Now the great thing about this map is really little air in the beginning. This one sky scorcher you can easily avoid as long as you stick to the walls. As you can see, I've now taken out the bombard. I have now taken out the tower. I'm going to come back, give them a little bit of heal. And as you can see, I've moved my spike roots up a little bit to engage all of these ground units. I'm now going to bring in my mono wings to take out this infestation, then move them back south to take out, and back and around to take out these 2 infestations. As you can see, 6 spike roots really don't have too much of a problem. Now this little flesh bender right here, you can take out if you're having problems because it automatically kills your infilling units. Your Twilight creeps that are going to start spawning, let them concentrate on the spike roots and don't really pull them until you take out, because as you can see, the creeps will completely avoid your mono wings until you actually start attacking them. Once you start attacking them, you're going to be in trouble. They will AE your mono wings very, very quickly. As you can see, 6 spike roots are still in play. The mono wings are now taking out the creeps without too much of a problem. Now remember, leave this shrine alone. And the moment you clear out this base, you're going to have patrols start to spawn right here. They're going to loop around, come up around just like this, and then right there. So you want to set up a stopgap right here. I'm going to use my spike roots until I can get a better defense up. I've now got my 3rd orb. I'm going to bring in 3 more wells. Now, as I build up power here, I'm going to bring in a breeding grounds to bring in some Thornbarks. Now this patrol of Death Gliders, don't worry about it. They just have a set patrol path which does not worry you. When you have to deal with them, you want to have great Wyrms anyway. As you can see, 6 spike roots really don't have a problem with that particular patrol as long as you have your root nexuses in place. I've now brought in a total of 3 spike or Thornbarks is supported by a Sylvan Gate fire affinity. And as you will see, this will be all that I need to hold this line until I get ready to clear out this cave. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring my spiked roots plus this 1 extra Thornbark I brought back. And as you see, I left this shrine alone and I had the Thornbarks take out the Sky Scorcher. So like I said, you want to leave this shrine alone as long as possible. What I'm going to do now is bring my spike roots down south, and I'm now going to make a run on this southern base. Now a couple things on the southern base is once you have the Death Gliders here, which will patrol yet again a separate pass and they'll stop right here, so you really need some Thornbarks or some type of strong anti-air to be able to take them out. This cave right here, once you start getting in this area, it's going to start continuously spawning Twilight very, very quickly. So you want to set up 4 Thornbarks right here and allow the spike roots to go in here and clean the base. And once I build up enough power to be able to get Thornbarks, you want at least 4 for that particular cave, and then be able to build up some extras. As you can see, I still have my breeding ground. Now I built this wall up because what's going to happen is when you clear this base right here at this cave, another Twilight patrol, much like the one that spawns from this cave up here, will spawn and then take this path right down into your first orb. So I'm going to set up Razor Shard or a Razorleaf supported by 6 living towers to be able to hold the fort. And as long as you have this defense set up, you're doing very, very good. Like I said, you have to have your defenses set up before you even remotely try to do an offensive attack on this map whatsoever. And as you can see, I have root nexuses set up to be able to twist, harness the power of the root network. And I'll bring in the Sylvan Gate and I'll put a promo Razorleaf right here. Now you really don't need a promo Razorleaf, it's just the one that I have from a long, long time ago. And all this while I'm just going to sit here and allow my forces to be able to muster. Now, as you can see, I brought in my Razorleaf and he is now ready for this attack wave, which will start as soon as I clear this base. Now when you clear this base, you want to make sure you have enough power to be able to take this orb very, very quickly, because the moment you do, this cave is going to start spawning some very powerful creatures. Now, as you can see, I have my spike roots handling these guys. I have positioned these Thornbarks right here in this cave. I'm also going to bring in a Market Keeper to stop these archers as well as Twilight Fours that are going to spawn. If you have Twilight Fours spawn, they're going to freeze your units, paralyze your units, and then you're just going to be in trouble because the defenses will take them out very, very quickly. So as you can see, I'm just sitting here until I get my defense set up. Once again, here's the Market Keeper. I'm now going to bring in my spike roots to clear this base. Now the key about this base is you want to make sure you save this shrine for last. The moment you take out this shrine, you're going to start having Error 3 and Error 4 mobs spawn right here very quickly. So you have to get your spike roots back up in here to help until you can get a defense to hold this particular cave. So you're going to spend about 5 minutes on this cave just setting up your defense. I'm going to bring up Primal Defender to hold off the set it to Skywatch to hold off the Twilight creeps. Now you have a Fleshbender here as well as a Will Sapper. The great thing about the Will Sapper is it only freezes a certain amount of units, but if you also attack it from 2 different directions, you can easily take it out. And now I'm starting to set up my attack run. I'm going to clear out a lot of these trash mobs. I'm going to throw down Ensnaring Roots to get them all in a straight line. Now I have Twilight creeps starting to spawn, which can be a bit on the pain if you don't have any anti-air, which in this particular attack force I don't. So I had to bring in a Primal Defender. Now there's the Will Sapper paralyzing it, but like I said, it can only do a certain amount of hit points. So I'm going to set up my root network. I'm going to bring in, take out as many of these trash mobs as I possibly can. And like I said, save this for last. And the moment I clear out these bases right here, you're going to start seeing mobs pop up right here in the center of the map. There they go. And now they're starting to spawn. This is the attack wave that's going to go after your first tier. So as soon as you take out this first base right here, that's what's going to happen. Will Sapper is still trying to paralyze my units, but there's just too many of them. So Spike Roots are doing an excellent job there. And now that I've gotten Will Sapper taken care of, I only have one more infestation to worry about. And as you can see, my Thornbarks are doing quite well, no problems whatsoever. And now I have a Primal Defender coming in. We'll set it Sky Strike to help with these Twilight creeps. Take out the Sky Scorcher, take out the tower. I'm then going to take out this infestation as well as this shrine. Now taking out the shrine, and you're going to start to see, I'm going to have units spawn much, much quicker. See, they're spawning very, very quickly now. I'm having to use crowd control to control them until I can get my spike roots up there. My spike roots decided to take their time. Now they're coming. As you can see, more and more heaters are coming. Pretty soon you'll have Twilight Abominations if you're not careful. So I've now brought in a green and a blue Nexus just to help the spikers be able to control this. Once you have it down and controlled, 11 spikers, or I think I have 10. I have 10 left now, and 4 Thornbarks will have no problem. This is how much you need to control this cave right here. You're only doing this until you bring in these 2 power wells, your tier 4, and bring in a Spore Launcher, which you want to set right here, and then be able to